Welcome back to the final video of Pots, Pans and Packaging, and today we're going to do muffins and chocolates and how do I make those. So number one, if I can make a chocolate without a mold, I will. And my favorite kind of fudge chocolate that I love to make, and I'll put the recipe below, is something called a date squish. And a beautiful lady by the name of Tanya Hubbard started this recipe, and I've just adapted it and changed it just a little bit. So in it, I put in my cacao wafers, the Changing Habits cacao wafers, with dates. And I also add a tablespoon of cinnamon, which is the organic cinnamon from Changing Habits, a tablespoon of organic ginger, and I grind that up and make it into almost a paste, and then I roll it and then roll that in some wonderful coconut. Then what I do, so basically I've done that all in stainless steel, I haven't done it in any plastic. Then what I do is that I'll put it in one of these jars, put the lid on it, put it in the fridge, and it's gone in a day, usually. So sometimes I wonder why I do that. But when you make those goodies and your adult children come around, they absolutely love them and they do disappear very fast. If I want to make traditional chocolate, then I will make it with my cacao wafers, which are 100% chocolate, basically. We haven't separated the cacao butter from the cacao powder. We keep that together. I'll add some cacao butter to it also, and I'll put in some different flavors. So I'll put sugar in it, of course, because it's nice to have a little bit of sweetness. So I'll put some Rapadura sugar in there from the Changing Habits range, and I might add cinnamon for cinnamon chocolate, or I might add chilies. Right at the moment, my chilies are absolutely going nuts in the garden, so I will add some chili jam, because that's what I've been making lately, is sambal and chili jam, and I'll put that into the chocolate and have some chili chocolate. Now, if I want a mold, like if I don't need it in a mold, I'll just show you what I'll put it in. I'll just put it in this glass jar, and I'll just make it maybe just a small amount in it. And then I might add some nuts and some seeds on it and then put it in the refrigerator. Once it gets cold, we'll just leave this jar very simply. You don't need to grease it because the chocolate has a lot of fat in it, so you don't need to grease it. And then I will just break it up and make it into bark. So that's one way I make chocolate. But if I want to make some Valentine's chocolates or something like that, I will have these. And these are silicone chocolate, silicone chocolate trays. So I've got that one, I've got a shell one, and I'll make my gelatins in here as well. So if I'm needing more gelatin in my diet, I will make up a whole bunch of different things with gelatin, and I'll also add that in there, and they look quite cute. Especially the kids love it when I make green fish. I don't know what it is about that. I did buy this one from Loving Earth. It is plastic. It does make these incredible chocolate molds. I don't know if you can see them, but it actually makes them into squares. So I will use this on occasion as well. I only heat my chocolate to 60 degrees. So I am not heating it to a vast temperature and then putting it in these trays. You can actually reduce it to 50 if you want. And so by rights, the plastic should not be a problem. And I only use it occasionally. For making muffins, let me just put this down. For making muffins, I remember my mum had stainless steel muffin trays. They were incredible, but I didn't find them when I cleaned out my mum and dad's house when I moved my dad out of the house. So for some reason, I got these, and I would never ever put any food into this because I don't know what kind of coating it is. So what I do is I purchase these tiny little cupcake papers, and this one is from a company called If You Care. So I just put them in there, then I put the muffin. If I want to make a small muffin, I'll put it in there. I also have this large one. You can see it is absolutely a mess, because just recently I actually did beeswax and really made a mess of it. But I would never ever put food directly into these pans. I will always put a paper in it, so I'm protecting the food from this. If I could find the stainless steel baking trays, I would definitely get them. And when I do find them, I will purchase them, and I'll let you know about it. All right, and then I store them in glass. I store all the muffins and the chocolate, and everything goes into glass. All right, so that's how I store all my foods. I hope this series has been useful to you. If you want, buy my book, Lab to Table. Read the book, the part on pots, pans, and packaging. I go through and I explain it, and it'd probably be shorter than all these videos, but at least you're getting an idea of how I do things. What you should do is declutter your kitchen. Get in there and just look at anything that's chipped and could be dangerous to your health, and get rid of it, or slowly get rid of it and slowly buy new things. The one place that I find lots of good things is in secondhand stores, and especially stainless steel. Like, somebody may have passed away and they could be in their 90s and they've had those stainless steel for 50, 60, 70 years, and the value is not seen in it, so you'll find them in these secondhand shops. So hunt out secondhand shops, you may find them. You'll also find glass jars. I remember I can't remember what I was making. I had an incredible amount of food on the farm, and I wanted to preserve that food, but for the life of me I can't remember what it was. I needed heaps of jars, so I just went down to the secondhand store, found a whole box of secondhand jars, used those, and I continue to use those to this very day for when I'm preserving foods. It could have been the chilies, because I've been making chili jam for years. It may have been somebody gave me a whole bunch of cream, so I made a heap of ghee and butter. So it could have been for any of those things. So use your glass jars, don't throw them away. Make sure you get some nice ones, and you'll be surprised when you make your pantry, the one ingredient pantry, that you won't need, number one, a big pantry, and number two, it will be looking smick with all those glass jars. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.